Manchester City dominant relentlessly and nearly untouchable in recent seasons. But something isn't right. The treble winners have hit a rough patch struggling to find their usual rhythm. Is that a fatigue or a tactical issues? Or their rivals finally catching up their tactics? Even they lost against Real Madrid for the qualifier in Champions League last 16. Let's break what's behind City's poor and whether they can turn things around. In late 2024, City experienced a downturn in form, culminating in a 5-game losing streak across all competition. This sequence included a notable 4-0 home defeat to Tottenham Hotspur on November 24, 2024, marking Guardiola's heaviest home loss with the club. The team struggled were further highlighted by a 2-1 away loss to Aston Villa on December 21, 2024, which was City's 9th defeat in 12 games across all competitions. Even Rodri, a pivotal figure in City's midfield, suffered an anterior collateral ligament ACL injury during a match against Arsenal on September 2022-2024. This injury necessitated a surgery and was expected to sideline him for the remainder of the season. The absence of Rodri has been nearly felt, and statistics indicate that Rodri in the starting lineup City's win rate was approximately 73%. Without him, this figure dropped to 63%, with the loss rate increasing from 5% to 31%. Manchester City has been a phenomenal team for years and years, but the problem has been started since the team started to playing the 4 centre-backs, and I believe genuinely the 4 centre-backs is not a good idea from Pep Guardiola. Many of you guys will think that this is the problem, or it could be the problem for Rodri's injury, but the Rodri's injury, I don't think it's a problem because Manchester City's tactical thing has been exposed. Just look at our Arsenal, they have been doing the similar things to playing 4 centre-backs. Look at the entire things that they are copying Manchester City. The thing is that Pep Guardiola has already been exposed right now because of his tactical ability. Just look at left back. Guardiola was never been a left back. Guardiola, in his entire career, he played in a centre-back position, but he started to play now left back, and there was Ake also. You have to believe that when you are playing a left back, it's a defensive left back, not an offensive left back. You are trying to replace who? Cancelo. Cancelo was not good in defense, right? But his ability in offense, he provided 10 to 11 assists, 8 to 9 assists. Who is producing that? None is producing that. So you have to replace someone like him, or at least closer to him, who could be good in offense and defense both. But you started to putting like the center backs in a left back. So this is going to be one of the key reasons that is suffering right now Manchester City. So another reason I believe it is the player like Julian Alvarez, who is an instrumental player for Manchester City. Definitely he might not start, but whenever he starts, he provides the phenomenal things that Manchester City needs, like assists and scoring goals, also taking the balls or carry the balls from midfield. Most of the time when Haaland didn't score, we see that Julian Alvarez step up, or someone like Foden, Bernardo Silva, they got a room to space to score. But you now want to replace Julian Alvarez with Omar Marmoush, who is not a World Cup winner, who is not a lethal proven player like Julian Alvarez, who suited very well at Premier League, and now he's suiting very well at Atletico Madrid also, who had scored already 20 plus goal assists in his first season. So now it will be very much to blame Pep Guardiola and his rebuilding process, where he lost such a crucial player like Julian Alvarez. I think the tactical changes is important here because Pep Guardiola is a phenomenal manager, and he would understand in this point they must need definitely changes in the tactical previews. I think one of the most important thing is to understand what is the capability of the team. If you saw the entire Manchester City team, it looks like a garbage right now. Like Savinho, he is not that good. I don't want to make him like a culprit or something because it is his first season. And I want to definitely gonna say the squad looks older. Kevin De Bruyne is getting old. Bernardo Silva is also getting old. And if you see the striker, except I think Haaland, none of them are prolific scorer. So you must to change your squad, your players, and bring some fresh foot throughout the transfers. I think they need to change Kevin De Bruyne aside. He has been tremendously good in the overall series. He's one of the best on this business. But the problem is now they need fresh legs like Jamal Musiala for with someone from this sort of caliberity to service them a lot of more years to come. And I definitely suggest them to bring a proper left back who would definitely operate something from the left side, because the left side is absolutely dead. And Manchester City definitely needs to fix these sort of things to come around again, because Premier League teams are now very competitive. Finishing top 4 is getting more and more competitive. We can see the clearly a point out of Manchester United and Tottenham Hotspur. They are getting bullshit because their team looks good, but the tactical preview and all of these Premier League teams are capable of more competitive these days. So you cannot come out with the same regular tactics with each and day. It will cost you. You have to be very, very careful when you operating a tactical masterclass. You need to saw what of the team's capability, what of the opponents are look like, what is the opponent's weaknesses. Every Premier League clubs right now these days love to see this, and they love to evacuate these things, and that's why Premier League clubs are now getting better and better, like Nottingham Forest, Bournemouth, Aston Villa. They are getting better and better each day. And that is the bigger clubs like Manchester City, Liverpool needs to read all of the team and let them and have to take serious note on against them, because this would hurt them so much. I genuinely believe that every team in the Premier League has been good day to day. So Manchester City needs to fix this sort of team representations, and also they have to be very good squad depth, which they used to have. But these days they sell some more players, they let go some more players to go. Like Gundogan goes to Barcelona, he come back again. There was no point of view to make Gundogan come back once again, but they literally do this, and this is something that need to fix. There was the oldest players, they have no place right now. You need to put some fresh legs to try to focus on Chelsea's team building. They're fitting with the fresh legs, young players, and Manchester City needs to fix it. And Pep Guardiola is a very good on it. He manages Barcelona's young teams. He manages so many young teams. He knows how to win. He's been world-class manager for over years. So this is something that Manchester City needs to fix. Manchester City needs to understand the players' valuability and then to fix with and swap them with a good players, not just a bang average players. It's not just about Rodri or someone else. I think the tactical masterclass is needed from Pep Guardiola, and it is him to blame, where he sells some of players who is being very essential and crucial for the future of Manchester City. But right now, that is the main reason Manchester City is suffering. Let's hope they find the solution and come back stronger.